naweza kosa 34 bob.
bob.
Unaona? And over time the 34 shillings is in a build up to 1,000.
True.
Unaona? Talk of 1,500 is 50 shillings a day.
Mhm.
Sometimes hata ukifanya budget ya lunch ya hivi unakulanga.
Welcome to today's episode. Joining us today is a financial expert in a season where things are so uncertain, especially with the election coming up. We want to know, should we be saving or should we be investing? Our conversation today is here to enlighten us as well as help us understand how to manage our finances better. Without further ado, let's meet our guest. Hi, Flavi.
Hi, Grace. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming.
You look lovely.
Thank you.
Yes.
So maybe we can start by, you can tell us who you are, what you do, and how did you find yourself in the world of finance?
Okay, my name is Flavian. I'm a financial consultant. I'm also an electrical engineer by profession. Hiyo ndio nilisomea. Yeah, but then I ventured into this finance industry and I'm happy and I'm glad. It's been over 3 years in it right now and I love it.
Okay.
Yes.
When did you intentionally start learning about money?
Going back, my dad has been in the industry for quite some time. So mambo ya pesa I started kitambo sana nikiwa mdogo. So after campus, there's a time I just stayed thinking about what to do next. And kimchezo tu, decided niingie side ya finances kidogo. It was at the beginning nilianza kama trial. But with time, I've come to love it and I've invested a lot and I've learned more about it and I think I love it. So it's been, over 3 years, as I said. And yes, I love it here.
Okay.
Yes.
Did your parents embrace the shift? You said that your dad was in the industry,
Yes.
but you pursued a different career, but then shifted to finance.
Yes.
How did your parents feel about that?
I think since I began working under my dad, so he took it positively. Because you see, as a father, I think all parents, being a good role model to their children, they look after how their children, they look at how their children will later come to pick up after them. So he took it really well and has been my mentor ever since. So yeah, they appreciated it.
Okay.
Yes.
Is it fun working with your dad?
Yes, it has its own challenges, but the better, I think I love it. It's awesome. It's awesome.
Yeah.
The boundaries are now ini mambo ya nyumbani, ini mambo ya kazi.
Yeah.
Yes. So
you guys
it's
can
nice.
manage
I
to
really love
separate.
it. I really love it. Again, as I was starting, there were a lot of hiccups here and there. It wasn't easy. So I had a stepping stone. So he helped me out as I was starting, which was a great advantage. Actually, kama si sidhani ningekuwa nimefika hapa. Yeah, so I really thank him a lot.
That's amazing.
Yes.
So, considering, is it okay if I ask how old are you?
I'm not so old. You're not so young.
Yeah.
Let's say
below 30 or 30?
Yes, below 30.
Okay.
Above 24.
Okay.
Yes. So in between.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
So I'm imagining at your age.
Yeah.
When you say above 24 and below 30, personally, right now, and I'm about to get to 30.
Okay.
Is when I'm starting to really understand finances, investments, and everything. For you to be such a young age and you know so much about finances and investing, has that helped your life in any way?
Yes, a lot. Greatly. Actually, it has had a great impact in my life. And I wish I knew what I know today. I wish I knew it while I was in campus.
Yeah.
But I normally say no one is too late. Yeah. There's always the right timing. So it has greatly impacted my life. And I'm now able to see some of the mistakes people make, and I'm like, I was here. And now, because I know better, my aim and my goal is to empower more so young people to get to know about money, get to understand how money works, associate it with life stages and your financial goals, because that's the main challenge. Yeah. So it has greatly impacted my life, and I would wish that's my goal, to empower more young people as they grow up. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
What lessons have you learned as a young financial expert that you wish we young people would understand?
I think what I've learned is that one, money has its lows.
Yeah.
You see, just like if I told you right now to pick up your phone, you can just take it. I would lift it up. You know, Jutu, hapa. You know, if I told you to, at the count of 3, you drop that phone, would you?
No.
Like I can't 1, 2, nikimalizia 3, you drop it down. Will you do that?
No.
Why?
Because it has a lot that not only that it's attached to me, but everything, my life, I have money there as well. It has apps that are crucial to me.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'd say it has a repercussion.
Yeah.
It has some consequences.
Yes.
Because of that choice.
Yeah.
Unaweza kaa chini tu. You get? So why you haven't dropped your phone is that there are some certain laws, like law of gravity.
Yeah.
Hii simu ikianguka, your screen, it's another expense,
yes.
and even your shosho, even the oldest, the grandmas, ataka hakuenda shule na akajua kuhusu law of gravity, they can't just take their nyungu and bang it, because they know.
Yeah.
So automatically, that's a law someone, someone knows. You get?
Yeah.
And even when you're talking about money, money also has its laws.
Yeah.
Ni vile sisi hatujui. So over time, I've realized there's a knowledge gap.
Yeah.
The thing is not, hata tukisema kuhusu pesa and economy and all that, there's also a knowledge gap where no one really taught us about money.
Yeah.
So we were brought up through the 844 system, CBC system.
Yeah.
I think what I remember in my business class is that money is scarce, money is a legal tender, But even right now, I don't know when's the last time you thought about the money you have. Is it real? Is it fake? Because of the convenience of mobile banking, the apps, it has made life easier.
Yeah.
You realize? So, one, there's no communication with our money. No money talks to you.
Yeah.
If I told you today, like, lend me 1,000, or lend me 2,000, and you had it in cash, by the time unaenda kutoa the 1,000 unipe, itakuongelesha ikwambia, na Flavi kuna ile 200 aliwahi omba, hajairudisha. So if you have the 2,000,
I'm going to hesitate.
Utaniambia, niko na hii 500, niko na dhao, And those are some of the lessons that money teaches us, actually.
Yeah.
So, sorry, as I was saying about laws of money, there are principles that are attached to money. And once you know that principles, it doesn't matter how much you have, what you do with your money, but as long as you don't know the principles and you don't follow them, there'll be certain consequences.
Yeah.
And we'll talk about the principles today. So yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe we can start. You can tell us more about the consequences. What are some of the consequences that we're going to face, especially if you don't have knowledge, you don't have any financial literacy, What are some of the consequences, especially as a young person, if you're just mishandling your finances, what are going to be the consequences later in our life?
You see, what are we facing right now as a country? We are facing things to do with gambling.
Yeah.
We are facing things to do with, now gambling includes the betting and all that. We are facing people are in debt.
Yeah.
And how we justify that is hata nchi iko na deni.
Yeah.
But that's not a solution. You can't convince yourself that, since the debt is yours and you'll have to pay. So you can't progress if we are, ukiwa na deni kama unasema ni kama umechimba shimo. So before you are on a journey, it's a financial journey. There's a certain destination you want to reach. But now when you start getting into debt, you start digging. And we'll still talk about that, whether it's good debt, bad debt, and all that,
Yeah.
So it's like a hole you've dug for yourself.
Yeah.
So before progressing, you'll have to cover up the shimo, the hole, then you can progress, you know.
Yeah.
So some of the consequences are hizo that you venture into now depression, mental illness, you know. And some of that knowledge gap is quite important. Because the same, if let's say we have some, let me call them, I don't want to call them, let me call them poor money habits. If you have 30,000 and you see something as we talk, people say, I think shidangu ni pesa. Unaona? So if you can't handle the 30,000, even if I give you 200,000, the same problems ulikuwa, how you are mishandling the 30,000, you still take it to the 200,000. You know, and that's why utasikia someone maybe earning a salary of 30,000 atalia the some problems, and it sometimes utapata hata mtu ana earn over 200, they still have the same money problems na over 30,000. It's all in the management of that money.
So it requires a lot of discipline.
There's discipline, there's consistency, there's budgeting, there is saa zingine hata kujinyima, and knowing like differentiating between wants and needs, you know. So goes back to the basics. Goes back to the basics. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
How has faith influenced your journey also as you approach money and financial decisions? Yeah.
Faith, I think what I believe in, regardless, I won't even talk of faith per se, but regardless of who you are or what you're doing, I still believe we'll go back to the 3 money principles. Rule, and today I want to invest kwa hii podcast. I want also to give out some cash to Grace today. I want to give you 3 million.
For real?
Yes. To this podcast. At the end of this, I need you to have 3 million. Okay?
Yes.
And how we're gonna do it is 3M. See, 3 million is 3M.
Yeah.
Okay. So M number 1, make money.
Okay.
As long as you're working. And that's why we work. We work because we want money, you know?
Yes.
So as long as you're working, you're making money.
Yeah.
Right? M number 2, manage money.
Okay.
And that's where the challenge is. So make money, manage.
Okay.
Hapo kwa kumanage, can just put a dash and write keep.
What?
Yes. Managing, you can just put a dash across after the manage and write keep.
Side keep.
Yes, keep. Okay. Then the third M is multiplying.
Oh, I love that one.
Okay. So those are the 3 principles of money. Make money, manage money, and keep some, and then multiply money. Once you understand the 3, it doesn't matter who you are or what you do. But once you understand the 3 and apply them, those are the 3 principles of money.
Guys, I'm so rich right now.
Yes. So you already have your 3 million.
I already have 3 million.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
So once you understand that I'm making money, regardless, and I've had even people ask me, sasa si pesa ni ya kutumia. Unaona? Sasa haitoshi. But it doesn't matter. Yeah. You have to manage. Hapo kwa management, you still have to keep. You know? And I'll just say, there is one rule of money. Is that save me today, I save you tomorrow. Yes, that's one rule. Another rule of money.
All right.
Yes. So it doesn't matter about what you believe. Those are the 3. You have to follow the 3 principles to understand money.
We make money, we manage money, and we have to multiply.
Na hapo kwa kumanage usisahau
keep some.
Kwa managing, you see, you can just manage, and you don't keep. Management includes, you know, budgeting, nini. But if you don't keep, bado umefail hapo kwa management. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, you know, some of the kingdom principles, we have a verse that says that you should cast your bread among many water that you may find it later. It's normally a principle where you should diversify your investment.
Yes.
Currently, where we are in Kenya, like what are some of the investment? Let's assume I'm a young person. I don't have much money, but I can afford to maybe save like 10G a month, like where would you advise a young person like me to invest?
Well, at first, what I
and also what maybe
it's okay.
Is it, should I save first or should I invest first or should I do a little bit of both?
Okay. So this is my own understanding.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say I'm an expert, but at least I have some knowledge about that.
Yeah.
So at first I'd say this about saving and investing. Okay. No, let me just start hapo kwa money. The first step is accepting and knowing where is grace at. You know, before even allocating the 10Gs, the first is self-evaluation and realizing this is what I'm earning, maybe let's say, this is what I'm making. From there, the other step is where does your money go?
Yeah.
After receiving this amount of money, my money goes to this, my money goes to this, my money goes to this. So it's budgeting and literally showing where your money goes.
Okay.
So the third step is evaluating and see who needs to get your money and who doesn't need to get your money from that list. Okay. Then after that, you can come up and say, from all that analysis, I think I can be able to allocate this amount of money to my savings and investments. Okay. Number two, prioritize. Later, write a priority of write a list of your priorities according to how much they need and the goal. You need to have goals.
Yeah.
Okay. So after doing all that, you have your 10,000. Okay. And this is where I said of money, how money works, life stages, and financial goals.
Okay.
So you have the writer goals in long term, you have medium term goals, you have immediate goals of the short term. This is the period I need, this is how much I'd want to allocate to that, you know. The other thing is knowing your risk appetite. There's something that says the higher the risk, the higher the return. The lower the risk, you know, however much you risk is how much
you get in return.
You get in return. Okay. So know about your risk appetite. I wouldn't pinpoint like invest here, don't invest here.
Wise
but
man, want to help us.
Okay. But what I'd say is when you're looking on where to save, where to invest and all that, one, just know grace ako hapa. And grace needs to be here by this point. Number two, look at where you want to invest. Look at the one, if it's a company, angalia what are the investments, where has that company invested, what's the worth of their assets and all that. Look at the worth of the company. If this company maybe collapsed today, will it go with my money? You know, because some of us have invested our lifetime savings, all the long term and all our life savings in just one. You know, without doing due diligence of the company you may be investing in one. So look at we are maybe enticed by the return and not the background of the company. So do some research. I think I'd want to invest here. So under risk appetites, you have high risk. Kuna mtu ataingia kuingia into cryptocurrency and all that. Kuna mtu ataamua kuingia into, you know, real estate. Kuna mtu ataenda assets like land. You know, kuna mtu ata venture into business. You know, you see the business comes pale kwa multiplication of your money. You know, so there's a person like me, maybe my risk appetite is low, so I'd look for low and medium places to invest my money. Nikule hiyo kidogo kidogo, but maybe security ya hiyo pesa iko sawa, you know.
So I have a question. So a high risker is not determined by whether you're taking more risk. It's determined on the returns you get.
Yes.
Because I would have considered you like a high risker.
Not really. Depends on where you want to invest that money. There are people who like you see they are, what will I call them? You see something like, as I said, something like cryptocurrency. I would term it as a bit high risk. You know, look at the return. There are people who are making thousands of dollars a day, you know, or in minutes, you know, but vile tu zinaingia si ndivyo tu zinaweza enda, you know. So as I was saying, do a research and look at your risk appetite. One thing we also don't, deciding on where to invest and all that. One thing we don't concentrate on much is affordability and sustainability. As you said, you are willing to part with 10 Gs from your budget to save or invest somewhere, you know? But maybe the 10 Gs is what you have right now. Have you considered what if I'm not in employment anymore? Do I have something to sustain the 10 Gs? What if I'm not in business anymore? Will I have what will sustain this payment? You know. So let's not only focus much on how much we can afford, but look at how can we sustain this for this number of years for a certain goal. Yes.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So if I'm starting, like should I first secure a saving first, or should I invest first?
What I'd say is you can't invest if you're not saved.
Oh.
Most of the investments are part of what you've already saved.
Oh, really?
Yes. For example, what will you term as an investment to you?
Something that gives me like dividends in return, something like giving me cash flow.
Cash flows, you know, there's the initial capital.
Yes.
Where will the initial capital come from? See, sana saving.
From savings.
You know, so after saving, I'd term that's when you can invest.
Oh, okay.
You know, so the first step is saving, according to me. Yes.
So that's why like it's recommended, like when they say like money market fund is not an investment, but someone else will consider it as an investment. For you, is it an investment or not?
For me, how I would
or is it somewhere where you save and then you invest in other higher returning investments?
For me, and I said I'm not an expert, but for me, I would term it as it's all determined by the volume.
Yeah.
You see? For example, I wish I had my phone over here. There's an app called the Financial Calculator. And I would love you to have it.
Can we pass you your phone?
Yes.
Why is it?
So, when I nikienda hapa Financial Calculator, let's say someone doing a monthly deposit of 10,000, right? Well, let's say a money market giving an average of 10%, which is quite upward to say 10% is good. For how long?
10 years.
For 10 years. That's 120 months. An average of 10%. Okay. They'll have invested 1.2 million. The interest is an average of 800,000. So they'll be having 2 million.
Total returns?
Total return of 2 million. So the interest is 800,000. Okay.
With a 10%.
With a 10% return.
Is that taxed?
Yeah. Yeah, of course, there is in the money market, there is a 15% withholding tax, mainly on the interest, not on your money. Mainly on the interest accrued. Okay. So I want to term, I don't know, and this might bring a lot of different opinions.
Controversial.
Yes, this is controversial. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's say you want to build, as I said, risk. This is all determined by your goals.
Yeah.
Okay. For example, you want to build apartments.
Okay.
How much? Give me a figure to work with. 20 million?
20 to 30.
20 to 30 million, right? As I said, you see, there are people who are wako na hiyo liquid, mtu ako na hiyo cash na ana haraka ya pesa, and maybe it's an investment for their grandchildren. Okay, as I said, risk appetite and fast evaluating. So for you might term a money market as a saving. Another person is an investment. That's the difference I'm bringing in in between, right? So for example, you are building an apartment worth 30 million. How long does it take for apartments kurudisha hiyo pesa and maybe start generating? An average of around 10 to 15 years.
Really?
Yes. Kurudisha the initial
amount
amount
you
invested in.
That's
okay.
a lot of time.
Okay. So let's do the same. Depending, okay, again, the other factors on where are you building them, costs, the repair costs for nyumba and all that. Again, we are assuming it's at 100% occupancy. All right. So let's say someone who put the 30 million, for example. The 30 million. Kidogo tu. Yeah. The 30 million for that period. Tumesema 15 years, ndio? Yeah. 15 years ni miezi ngapi? 180 months. Right? So for a period of 180 months, at an average 10%, he's invested 30 million. What will you think as the return to this person?
What do I think?
What will you think will be the return?
In the 15 years.
In the 15 years. Kuna ule mwenye amejenga and amefikiria hiyo, si tumesema it will take maybe those years kurudisha the 30 million then start.
So the interest after the initial amount.
Yes, kuna huyu mwingine ameweka kwa money market.
Okay. Kwa mwenye amejenga sasa.
Sasa si kwa mwenye amejenga, si the 15 years ni za kurudisha 30 million. Kutoka hapo hii nyingine itakuwa inaingia ni yake sasa, si ndio? So kuna huyu mwenye ameweka kwa money market.
The same amount.
The same amount. Compounding.
I'll give it like a 5.
5 what? 5M interest. In 15.
In an average of 10 years.
And mtu ameinvest 30 million.
That may be 10 at most. I'll give it a 10. I guess over 10.
10 million.
Yeah.
Interest.
Yeah.
So atakuwa na 40 million in 15 years. Nataka ujiangalilie. I want to show you the power of compounding interest.
134
million.
That's 100 million extra?
Yes, 104 million interest. So to that person, that's an investment. And that's why I told you the difference is in pale kwa initial capital and the goal. Kuna mwenye atajenga kwa sababu hiyo ni investment. Ama that's a retirement plan for them, you know. But kuna mwenye anasema I want to be liquid. You know, so whereby if I still want my 30 million, I can still access it.
Yes.
You know, but for a start. So that's the power of compounding.
Wow.
And if there's one thing I'd want people to learn out of this, is the power of compounding over time. You get?
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
So tumeona mtu akiinvest 30 million, at the end in 15 years you have your 134 million. 104 million interest. Yes.
Guys, I need money.
We need money.
We need money.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, with the presidential elections coming up, should people be focusing more on saving? Should we be getting an emergency fund? Because, you know, things have been very unpredictable. Like recently, every time like there's a demonstration, like, did you come home and notice, Nyeri, we close shops like immediately. So should we be saving right now, or should we be playing it safe? Should we be getting emergency funds? You know, what would you advise?
You know, there's one thing I'll say. Not only for this period. Saving should be constant. As I said, save me today, I'll save you tomorrow. So, and I normally say, and this has been said over the years, you should start working on your retirement the first day you get employed. Because it's a guarantee. At some point, utaacha hiyo kazi. What will you go home with? Unaona? So, the same applies for saving. Whether the elections are coming or not. What I would emphasize is now getting things like just to be prepared for the season. No, we'll come back. We'll a bit skip now to things like insurance for your businesses. If it's a comprehensive cover for your vehicle, ensure you have the PVT, political violence. There's a rider for that. You know, so just to be to do your part, ensure you're covered. No? So if it means insurances for businesses, if it means, as I said, riders for your insurance, for your car insurance, we should be covered every time.
Yeah.
About saving, that's constant.
It should be
even
constant.
after elections,
Yeah.
you still need money. And for me, what I think is the reason tumefika hapa, even in debt, personal debt and gambling and all that, is because there's a time when we are young, I'd say this, when we are young and you're getting money,
Yeah.
it always seems like it's constant. Pesa
It always,
haitawaisha.
it will always be there.
Si pesa itakuwa. So what's the use of having an emergency fund?
Yes.
You know? So the moment Grace gets an emergency and she has not prepared herself for it, the next thing to run into will be emergency loans. You know? Then maybe the emergency prolongs and the loan is inaendelea kugain interest. When you're back, ni kwanza ulipe, you know, it's a setback. And sometimes haitoshi. So we actually have, there are several kinds of people. So there are people who earn, they spend, wait to earn again. There are people who earn, they spend, it's not enough, they borrow, wait to earn again. There's a third category where you earn, si uliboro. So kwanza you pay debt, you spend kama itabaki, haitoshi, you borrow, so
you
it
borrow
becomes
again.
and you wait to earn again.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, it becomes a cycle.
You're in a constant cycle.
Yes, which is so difficult to break. You know? So if you can avoid this by one, having those emergency funds, I'll tell you this. There are 4 or 5 things that can make or break your progress. 1, our friends and relatives. Many friends and many relatives will help you spend what you have instead of helping you to make more. You know, and that's guaranteed.
Black tax.
Yeah, unaona, tuweke black tax hapo, tuweke mabishte wetu na sherehe.
Yeah, true.
So most of our family and friends watatusaidia ile pesa unaan, tuende tupige hii sherehe tuma hii, but not so many watakwambia na si tufikirie vile tutafanya hii pesa to multiply. Pale kwa multiply goes back to make money, manage, keep,
multiply,
and multiply. You know? So family and friends. Number 2, credit. And in credit, we have lending. You see, once you lend money, it is normally said you should lend money which you are comfortable losing. And once you lend money to a friend, there are 2, you can lose your friend, you can lose your money, or even lose both. You know? So lending, borrowing. And that's why we bring off good debt, bad debt. I think we'll do an episode for that about, you know, credit and what we should do and all that. And the other thing is guarantorship. So many people have paid loans for other people. Na ni loan hata wajui ilifanyika. Exactly. Unaona? So 1, I'll still go to trend on a step by step too. So friends and family, credit. And in credit, we are looking at lending money, borrowing money, and guarantorship. Okay? The other thing is sickness. Every family in Kenya today is one sickness away from poverty. It doesn't matter how much you have, you know. If there's something that can make you go bankrupt, it's sickness.
I know.
So, and juu tuko hii era yetu ya, you know, SHA, SHIF and all that, it's also important if you're in a position to get yourself a medical cover for you and your family. Hata ya wazazi wetu, you know. So I've talked about sickness. The other thing is tax. Ensure you're filing your taxes.
Kama niko nio.
Hata hiyo nil return, you know, just file it, you know. If nizi taxes zingine za ensure as a businesses and all that, ensure they're paid.
The TOTs are paid,
that's another thing that can make you make or break your progress, growth in finances. And lastly, at lawsuits. If you can avoid, better. So we're talking about family and friends, credit, sickness, taxes, and lawsuits. Once you find a way to handle all that, you're okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Very nice. Hey, you have really nice insight.
Yes,
I'm loving this.
utanifunza hata mimi nifanye podcast. Yes.
So, what do you think are some of the common financial mistakes that people make, especially in unstable times, like COVID or during sickness of a loved one? What do you think are the most common mistakes that people make? First thing first.
What I'd say is, you see, when such an event happens, people do things in panic mode, and it has its repercussions, you know. So if you had invested some money pale, unatoa, and you know, we're talking of uncertainties. So cause ile za hii yote nafikiria to be safe ikae mahali hapa mali unaipeleka maybe hata ndio kubaya zaidi, you know. You see that panic mode, and that's why, as we were starting, we talked of also diversifying wherever you're investing, ensure it's secure, ensure, look at the returns, to look at the background of those companies. Those are some of the things. We're not hoping to gain that panic mode, but you see, if it's a constant, you have diversified your assets, your savings, your investments in different places. Ikifika a certain point, hautakuwa again, hautaingia into panic mode, since you have several options to choose from. Again, let's be careful of if it's let's say an insurance policy you have, just you see, we don't read the terms and conditions. Number two, we also don't read maybe the documents, if it's the policy document. So you've opened an account and maybe hujui whether it's locked, whether there is a lock-in period. So you maybe take a 10-year plan, 20-year plan, maybe thinking you can access it anytime. Then you are told you can only access it from the third year. An emergency happens in the first year. So any information we get, let's just not join or blindly. And I normally say every good driver has a trusted mechanic. So my advice to all of us is ensure you have that financial advisor or financial consultant who you work with and who will guide you, not necessarily on a certain product, but general finances. You know, that way, if it's someone you trust, they'll be able to guide you. And this works because of we have this goal, we need money at this point, so we need to work towards this. But recently we've had a lot of information. Leo ukifungua hiyo simu yako, ingia TikTok, ingia Instagram, everyone has their different opinions about something. And some of those people, they're not qualified, they're not certified, you know. So ukisikia ni huku, there's that pia drink, money market ndio iko juu, tunaenda kidogo, stocks ndio ziko juu, tunaenda stocks kidogo, ni shares za huku ziko juu, tunaenda huko, you know. So let's be mindful and careful of reading the in between the lines, as they say. Like, have someone you trust. Sometimes I actually have clients who involve their lawyers to wawasome and explain it to them and guarantee that this is what will work for them. Otherwise utakuwa unaishi kusema nilipotezea. I've met people say nilipoteza pesa huku, nikaingia huku nikapotezea huku pia. Yes.
Wow. But that makes, you know, when I started with MMFs, I also did the same mistake. I think I started off with Zimele, and then I think on TikTok there was like this 2024 list of the best performing MMFs, and then unaona yako iko huko namba 10, unasema lazima tu shift. Then next year unapata yako tena iko top 5, una shift tena, and by the time you're done uko na MMFs kama 6.
You know,
that is really a common mistake.
And that's why I said, like, we need to be careful on which goal. You know, I want this MMF for this specific goal. You know, maybe let's say you have a child and you're planning for the education. I wouldn't. Yes, unaweza fungulia mtoto MMF, but you see, sometimes there's money you can access anytime. So if mtoto hajaingia shule and you're planning for the education akiwa junior school, senior school, I wish you whether your pesa itafika at that point. So we have some of the companies with education plans, you know, from if it's a retirement planning or a retirement plan, do you want something that will go for several years? years, when do you want to, either it's an early retirement, when do you want to access that amount? You know, so some guidance is important.
Good.
Otherwise utakuwa unajipata you have so many products, but you actually, sometimes we even struggle, you know, ama hata you don't know which goal, usijui ushaifanya ufungua then ukosile sasa hizi zote nilifungua za nini, you know, and some of them maybe they have the same purpose, you know, so kani MMF uko na 6, unaona zote serving
zina serve the same thing.
Exactly. So ni poa pia, as I said pale, kwa knowing yourself, listing and budgeting and writing your financial goals
and so being intentional about the goals.
Yes, there are 2 things. Discipline and consistency. Hiyo ndio kitu itavunja the savings habit. If you don't have discipline, tumesema nitakuwa naweka pesa hii monthly and you don't, so discipline is key. Utajipata hiyo goal hujafika, and doing it consistently and now making it a part of you, just like rent. If unaishi a certain place, you know, rent by date 5 lazima ilipwe,
by force, kama uko na pesa ama una.
Exactly. Na rent itapatikana. The same way mimi usema hata ya data itapatikana. And another tip is, let's break down our financial goals. Sometimes ukiambia client and maybe ukazileza 3,000 akazileza
itatoka wapi?
You know, hiyo yote. But can I break it down to you, for you? Most of us, to our Wi-Fi, to our, you know, minutes and all that, we spend, the people who actually spend up to 150 kwa data bundles. TikTok, every 1 hour imeisha, unabuy ingine. At the end of the day, unajua haikumi juu ni 2020. Ukikusanya hiyo pesa yote, umetumia up to 150. You know? So if we talk of 3,000, for example, as a minimum, that's 100 per day. And I'm glad even the Safaricom have known that wameleta hiki kitu ni M-Pesa Ratiba. You can automatically deduct a certain amount. Like a standing order from your M-Pesa, you know? If it's, we are talking of 1,000 bob, because let's just, starting small, however little, it's the discipline that builds
that counts.
It counts and builds that, you know? If it's 1,000 is literally 34 shillings a day. When you talk of 34 inakaa kidoneza kosa 34 bob. Unaona? And over time the 34 shillings is in a build up to 1,000. Unaona? Talk of 1,500 is 50 shillings a day. Sometimes hata ukifanya budget ya lunch ya if unakulanga 200 a day, 150 a day, it's all maybe I should in case reduce hii 150 na kulanga a day ni kule 100 haka ka 50 niekele a certain. So sometimes savings inakanga ngumu, but if you can get a person to guide you through the small steps, the baby steps, you first build on the discipline, the consistency, with time it becomes part of you.
How do we change people's mentality to do that? Because there's someone for instance, there's someone who's going to listen to like this entire episode, and still they already know, like, you know, you shouldn't be borrowing, you shouldn't be doing like impulse buying, like you should be saving the little that you get, but still you find that they keep running back to the same habits. Like, how do you break such a mindset? How do you shift such a mindset?
What I'd say is that, as I said, get a financial advisor or a financial consultant, someone you trust, someone who has the knowledge and all that. Number 2, find, is it like if you go to church, you have the leader there, you know, maybe the pastor who will guide you spiritually, you know, have someone to walk with you, to walk the journey with you. Have an accountability partner. You know, if we are friends and we are building towards this goal, can we do this together? So if I'm doing a 20-year plan for, let's say, my retirement, and you also need the same, if we start, the next month utakuja niuliza na ulilipa. You know, mi nimefika hapo, umefika wapi? But sometimes our story in our finances, they become so private. You know, hutaki kuambia
Kuongea
mtu
tu
kwenye
kuna
umeweka, kwenye una invest, you know.
Because you know jealousy is a thing.
Yeah, you see, you get.
Yeah.
So nikikuuliza, na siku hizi kwani unatoa wapi pesa? Ni God.
Ni God manze.
So find that person who you are free and willing to share that information with. They'll help you because kwa ile retirement plan tumefika wapi? Kwa ile saving ya mtoto
uko wapi?
Bado unafanya, you know. That way, if you have a person always constantly checking in, checking up on you and where you've reached with your goals, si rahisi ku give up. But ukiwa peke yako utakuwa zileza, nani atajua kama nilieka masi, you have no one to be accountable to. Yeah. So once start small. If you can get an advisor, well and good, the better. If you can also get an accountability partner who you'll walk the journey with, even better.
Yes. I think for that tactic to work, you also need an accountability partner who is also very intentional
and aligned to
and
your
a genuine
goals.
person who is not doing it like for the sake of your downfall,
Yeah.
but they're actually interested in. For instance, like I don't know if you know it, but you're very intentional with your clients. I know because I'm one of your clients.
Yeah.
And I remember when we were starting our policy, like you used to follow up, and not just when we were creating it, like even after, like you check in. It's been a year now, and you still check in. You're like, I see, bado unasonga nini.
Yeah.
You know, it takes someone who is very passionate, very passionate about what they are doing, and someone who is very intentional.
Yes.
You are not just there for the sake of making your company money, but you're actually interested in the welfare and the wellness of your clients.
Actually,
and I want to say thank you for that, because I have other financial guides or expert in other companies, but they don't follow through as much as you do. So when I say that tactics require someone who's very intentional, it does.
Yeah, for me, what I do, I normally say, I don't close a business. I open a relationship.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, that's a nice way of looking at it.
Yes, don't just think about closing a business.
The money and that's it, yeah.
Open a relationship. Because you see, the next minute you'll be buying your car soon. Mi ndio utaitia insurance. Unaona? Then the other time you're looking at your medical cover, your parents' medical cover, maybe a plan for your kids, a family thing. You see, I'm with you from when we started all the way mpaka retirement. You'll still need me. So true. If I just close the business, the next minute out the next year, you're looking for someone else to renew the business since when I'm not serving you properly. So it's, as I said, it's important for a financial advisor. As I said, just like I said, a good driver has a trusted mechanic. You know, someone who will know, will keep tabs on those. So thank you, and I appreciate.
And that is so true, because one of my spiritual fathers, he always says like the easiest way to become wealthy is through strategic relationships. And I agree with that. And you see, you also I wouldn't have you here if not for the relationship we have, and you wouldn't have honored this invite if not for that relationship. I appreciate that so much.
Thank you.
So lastly, what is one piece of financial advice you would give to young people to prepare for their future?
The small, you see, hiyo kitu naangalia ikiwa kidogo sana. Looking at E50 bob. You know? As I've said through this podcast, compounding effect. Look at your 50 bob. In 20 years, somewhere it's earning you some good interest. Look at it building this 50 bob to 1,000 to 5,000, you know? So sometimes you go meet a client and be like, you need to put something aside for yourself. But sasa, you know, Gamia, you know, but think of transforming that. Think of transforming that 100 bob to 100,000. You know, and as I said, make money. Manage, multiply. Hiyo shikilia kabisa. Hiyo nimekuacha na milioni 3 leo, you know. And you see pale kwa multiplying, think of if these 100 bob inaweza niletea another 100 bob. You know, some of the things is look at your status. Not status, ya contacts. Ingia tu WhatsApp, ni watu wangapi wanavyoingi status zako. You see, if I can collect 100 bob from each of these people here, if it's 300 or 200 ama hata 100, unaona? Si ukiambiwa uokotange kamia kwa kila mtu hapo huwezi kataa.
Ni ukweli.
You know? So now think of how to transform your network into people giving you an extra income. And we'll no longer talk about pesa ni kidogo. We'll start by kuna hii, I've also gotten another source of income. What do we do with this? No? Yes. So those small steps. Get an accountability partner, a financial advisor. Think of transforming this 100 into the next 1,000 and converting your network into people who will give you as a source, another source of income. Think of how you can get that. Yes.
So we should not despise our small beginnings.
Yes. No, everyone. And Sai, even the money markets, you can start
with 100.
Watch at 100. There are companies where account inacreatiwa wewe uwekange pesa baadaye.
No, like minimum.
No minimum
investment.
Zero.
I can do even 20 bob.
We account inafunguliwa. Itakuwa nione kando nitakuonyesha. Account inafunguliwa. Wewe ukipata pesa weka. So you have no excuse ya leo sina 100.
Can students join that MMF?
Yes.
Oh, that's amazing.
You see, MMF is nile basic. As I say, it's an emergency fund for a person who's starting. If you don't put that 100 bob, there's a time utakuwa unatafuta nini 200 300 kwa zile bros niokole hizo. But kama hiyo uliweka pale hivyo na ni mali na kugainia interest kidogo, inakata even for the transaction cost that you do. Because if I have 100 and make a transaction, it's no longer 100, inakuja 90 something. So, and that's the power of, your money growing, every single day. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I've learned so much today.
Thank you.
I just want to say thank you for honoring this invite.
You're welcome.
And not just sharing information, but also your wisdom with us. Like, I don't take it for granted.
You're welcome.
Yeah. And now to our viewers, thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate all the support you guys have given us. In case you know someone who is struggling with their finances, please share this episode. And yeah, I'll see you guys on the next episode. Bye for now.